This is ESPN Esports. I'm Arda Ocal. Much more news has been revealed as it pertains to Optic Gaming and Hex and their reunion, as well as 100 Thieves returning to competitive Call of Duty. It appears that 100 Thieves will be the one that will be purchasing the CDL Call of Duty League slot that will need to be sold as a result of Hex purchasing the Optic Gaming brand. Of course, the LA Optic would have been part of that brand, or there wouldn't have been a possibility for Hex, who will be staying with NRG, according to our reporting. Of course, NRG owning the Chicago Huntsmen, that means that they cannot own two Call of Duty League slots, and it appears now that 100 Thieves and Nadeshot will be the ones that will be purchasing that additional slot and thus returning to competitive Call of Duty. I'm sure this has a lot of CDL and competitive COD fans jumping for joy right now as they hear Nadeshot returning to competitive Call of Duty. Of course, the 100 Thieves brand has grown to become one of the biggest and brightest in esports. So to have that brand and the marketing power behind it in the CDL, in that ecosystem, is certainly a positive. Now, a lot of fans had certainly been following the breadcrumb trail and also reading between the lines in the news that we had heard. When we first heard the news that Hex was purchasing Optic Gaming, of course, with his relationship that will be ongoing according to our reporting with NRG, that means that one of those slots had to be sold, whether it was the Los Angeles slot or even the Chicago slot. I'm sure that those conversations were already happening. And even when that news came out, people were already guessing that 100 Thieves would have been atop of the list. We know the long-standing relationship between Hex and Nadeshot. We know that they are very good business partners. They work very well together. They are good friends, and so this would be a natural fit. And then we heard the news that 100 Thieves would be leaving CSGO, and that just added fuel to the fire. That was certainly something that people looked at and said, this has to mean that 100 Thieves is not only talking about assuming that extra CDL slot, but has already perhaps purchased it, and this is why they are doing this. And so people were putting two and two together and reading between the lines, and now it seems it is absolutely a reality, and the team will be rebranded as LA Thieves. Of course, you cannot have the name of your brand if you are operating as that name in another esport, and so now it will simply be known as LA Thieves. There's lots to be excited about here. As I mentioned, Nadeshot returning to competitive Call of Duty, his roots, and certainly the branding and marketing that comes with 100 Thieves is giant. We will see that now with more content around CDL, which is a natural fit for the league and for the brand as well. The one outstanding question here on the NRG, on the Chicago Huntsmen side, is what happens to the name and the branding of that team? Does it remain the Chicago Huntsmen for year two? Does it become Chicago Optic? Is that a possibility? These are all questions that will certainly come to light in the weeks and months to come as we approach season 2 of CDL, but definitely something that is out there that certainly needs an answer. And we here at ESPN Esports will continue to pursue this story, looking for interviews with the likes of Hex and Nadeshot and others that can shed some more light on this as the weeks go by. So definitely continue to watch our reporting here at ESPN Esports and in written form at espn.com/esports. Let us know in the comments below what you think of this move. Do you want the Chicago branding to remain the Huntsmen or become Chicago Optic? What do you think of 100 Thieves coming back to the Call of Duty competitive space? What do you think of the name LA Thieves? What do you think the logo will look like? What do you think of Nadeshot returning to competitive Call of Duty in an executive role? What do you think of all of these moves and news that has come out of this particular story so far? Let us know in the comments below.